15 million copies of this book sold globally. And here's the thing, I'm going to break some things down in this book. I'm actually going to break the 4 laws down from this book, and I'm going to showcase how you can make more money in your business utilizing these 4 laws. Hey, welcome back to the Marketing for Business podcast. This is your host, Scott Wilson, and today I'm talking about Atomic Habits. This is one of my favorite books, 15 million copies sold globally. And I'm a massive believer in success leaves clues. And look, this book really delves into practical strategies around forming good habits, breaking bad ones, mastering these tiny behaviors. I always say, those small hinges that swing big doors that lead to outstanding outcomes and results. And look, this book is very practical, and that's one of the things I love about it. It has examples, has actionable advice, and it's very clear and concise in its writing. So in this book, it's got 4 laws. It's actually got a number of things I've talked about before in other podcasts, but today I wanted to break down the 4 laws, because if you haven't read this book, then I'm going to look at it from a lens of marketing your business, okay? And that's called the Marketing for Business podcast. But in the book, James talks about these 4 laws. Number 1 is make it obvious. Number 2 is make it attractive. Number 3 is make it easy. And number 4 is make it satisfying. So when you're looking at this from a lens of a business and marketing your business, I'm going to break down, I'm actually going to give you 28 practical ideas that you can do and use to grow your business using these 4 laws, okay? So let's get started. I'm looking at this from a marketing and branding and advertising perspective, okay? So law number 1 is make it obvious. So if you were looking to make your business more obvious, you'd want to use clear and concise messaging and branding, okay? Ensuring like things like your logo, your colors, your message is really clear and across all platforms. Now, this may sound real simple and obvious, but the amount of people I meet and the business owners that I meet, I find a lot of business owners are standing inside the picture frame, and they're not looking at their business by stepping out of that picture frame and really looking at what's going on. You know, and a lot of things, just real simple things, right? Like, so we do a lot of strategy sessions, a lot of high performance reviews. And one recently I said to the business owner, I said, what does that tagline mean? And they said, well, we don't really know. We bought the business and that's the tagline was already there. So we started having some discussion, and we started looking at, it's really industry jargon that people were using. And so the branding and the messaging wasn't clear to the target audience. And I think sometimes you have to step back outside of your business to have a really look. And am I being obvious? Am I being obvious about what my business is about? Another way to make another way to make your business more obvious is to use email marketing and automation. You know, setting up campaigns that trigger based off customer actions, like signing up or making a purchase, keeping your brand top of mind. You know, a recent market insights meeting I had with a company, they were selling a product. Actually, it was a sample product, and it was going, and they ship it out to a physical address. But there was no follow-up. There was the follow-up email, but there's been no after purchase follow-up. You know, no simple instructions that were emailed to me about how to use or install the product, you know, how other people are using the product. And I look at all these other ways that you could create better follow-up and make it more obvious how other people are using it, how the product was created to be used, etc. Another good example, the other day, we were at a client meeting, and I took one of my team members along, and my team member was watching what the client was doing, and said, hey, would you mind if we automated that for you? And the client was blown away, because we started to see the lens from it making it obvious, but the client didn't see that. So we made it real obvious, and now they're using a lot more automations in a process that they were already doing. And automation really can save, definitely will save this client hours and hours a week. So by looking at this, how could you make it more obvious in your business? You know, physical signage is a great one for business owners. You know, investing in good, attractive signing can make a difference. It was interesting talking to a podcast guest today, and we were talking about signage, and actually signage was helping make the sales. It wasn't just the Google ads. I thought it was really interesting. I remember doing a strategy session with a motel, And I said to him, hey, what about your sign out there? He goes, oh yeah, that's an old sign. I said, yeah, but it's an old sign, but it's getting blocked by a tree. And it sounds simple, but the business owner didn't notice it. And sometimes you have to get outside the business and look at some of the things that are obvious but not obvious, and that can be a challenge. Number 4 is regular updating your social media. And look, we post a lot on our social media, but social media can get you in front of mind of business owners that don't really know you exist, or that know you exist, but you're not making it obvious that you're open for business. As someone who sees this all the time, I really want you to know that you have to get known by the success of your clients. And you'll hear me say this 100 times, and you'll probably hear me say it at least 3 or 4 times on this podcast. But you also want to get seen doing what you want to do more of. And you would have heard me say that on this podcast as well. You want to make it obvious to get seen doing the things you want to do more of, right? So if you want to clean more cars, get caught cleaning more cars. If you want to clean windows, get caught cleaning more windows. If you want to do more speaking engagements, get caught doing more speaking engagements on your social media. Use your social media for proof that you're out there doing things. Make it obvious that you're open for business. Make it obvious that you're baking biscuits. Make it obvious that you're doing lawns. Whatever it is, make it obvious by showcasing and telling people the thing that you want to do more of. This sounds so simple, and it really is, but I tell you what, there's one thing it will move the needle in your business. Make it obvious by attending networking events, seminars, and regularly attend or host industry events. Our next seminar is a great opportunity. It's called Flip the Marketing Switch on the 9th of May. It's a great opportunity to network, great opportunity to be seen and showcase your business in an obvious way, right? Content marketing, as I said before, content marketing is a great way to grow your business. Publishing blog content, publishing videos, podcasts like this, elevating your business, that interest to your target market, right? And here's the thing, my best advice for this is video. Look, I'm recording this video. I'm also recording the audio that we're going to use for the podcast. And look, I understand that people are busy, right? And I'm a busy person. We're all busy, right? We are all busy. But I personally think leverage. I remember a business coach, Brad Sugars, who created Action International, great entrepreneur. And I remember him just saying about leverage. Leverage is about doing more with less. And it really hit me like a lightning bolt that was one of the keys to successfully growing a business. And I heard that, probably 20 odd years ago. But it has stuck with me. But that's why I'm recording this podcast on video. Because here's the thing, the video is going to get uploaded to YouTube. The video is then going to get cut into shorts, and using a piece of software that we use. Then Bronte from my team, shout out to Bronte. She's the secret weapon behind this podcast. She's going to use an audio platform called Headliner to create an audiogram. She's then going to go and create blog post content from this. She's going to create short form video content. She's going to create audio content and static social media content. I think sometimes we end up creating about 11 pieces of content from this one video. And that is the key, use the leverage to make it obvious that your business is open for business. There's no excuses today. You can use this content to create more content. Number 7 is strategic partnerships. Partner with non-competing businesses in your community to cross-promote each other. And when you think of the strategy, it's very obvious why it would work, but not many small to medium-sized businesses do it. Big businesses definitely do it. So here's 3 things to get strategic partnerships to work that I know from my experience, okay? You want to identify complementary businesses, okay? Look for businesses that are non-compete but complementary to your own. If you're a bakery, you could actually be complement to say a local coffee shop that doesn't have bakery food, right? You could do that. The key is to find partners with products and services that align with your business goals and your customers' business goals, and offer them mutual benefits, right? For me, it's like banks, lawyers, accountants, design agencies, are the perfect non-compete, and I can add value to their databases. Okay, I can add value to their customer list by running seminars, workshops, etc. Number 2 is to set clear goals and expectations around that, though. And you, as the person setting up the strategic partnership, should do more. I know people like to think of things as 50-50 these days and all that sort of stuff, but I want to be really clear that I'm going to do more, okay? I'm going to set some clear expectations around goals for the partnership, around how the customer base is going to work, how the cross-promoting is going to work, how the co-hosting is going to work, and I'll be really clear on that, but I will do more work. Okay, that's just the way it's going to be. I'm going to be the one driving the strategic partnership to get the outcomes for all of us, all right? And the reason for that is and here's, you can thank me later, is, look, you want to make this a win-win, but you also want to make it a win-win-win. This is about long-term relationships, doing this more than just once, okay? But everyone's busy, just make sure you do more. You'll thank me later, because people will start coming back to you wanting to do it again. Also, number 3 is you want to know their why, okay? Understanding strategic partnerships, why it can be very, very helpful for you moving the needle forward and creating this win-win relationship. I know for me, I know the banks, that what they want, they want at a certain time, they want new customers. At a certain time, they want holding of their customers. So understanding where they are at in the banking phase can really actually help you generate a win-win conversation. Right, law number 2, make it attractive. Look, and in here, James really emphasizes, okay, the importance of making your habits appealing and enjoyable to increase the likelihood that they will perform. So let's discuss that from a business perspective. How do we make our business make it more attractive to customers? So here's number 1. We can create reward programs, right? Loyalty rewards that repeat. Customers can get discounts, etc., and special offers. And this makes it a real option for people returning. And it makes us more attractive to businesses. Look, we all know, like, the coffee shop, right? The coffee shop is an example of how this can be done to some degree. I personally, I look at a clothing store that's done it really, really well. And that's Barker's Clothing. They run a really good rewards program, and they run it really well. Not only do they do that, they make it obvious, which is another key, combining the two, because they do social media posts about their rewards program. They do Google ads, they do social media advertising, they do email, they do text. You know when they've got an offer on for their loyalty database, and you don't miss it because they tell you about it. They make that attractive. They have it and they promote it, which is a real skill. Number 2, engaging content on social media. It's not just about having some pictures. How do you make it more engaging? How do you use pieces of software to maybe have some quizzes, etc., to make your content more engaging? I know for us, our secret weapon here at Digital Influence is ManyChat. We've been using ManyChat since 2017. You can have interactive content experiences. You can create polls and quizzes, etc., using it that can get people to engage with your posts and content. With ManyChat, you can give exclusive content away that only those people engaging in those posts, etc., can get. And it incentivizes you and people to engage with your content because they're getting better quality content as well. A good offline example of this recently is I saw a restaurant filling their Mother's Day bookings, nearly 4 weeks early by giving away a hamper. It was a really, really clear offer, and people were joining, and I talked to the restaurant owner about it. Bookings were increasing just by having this hamper offer. So by making themselves more attractive early, people were getting, and here's the cool thing. It was doing 3 things for the business. It was building their database, which every business should be using to build their database. It would let people know about Mother's Day coming up. So straight away we were like, oh, Mother's Day's coming up. Loads of people wouldn't have known that, okay, especially 4 weeks out. And it reminds people that you're open for Mother's Day and you should book just by giving away a hamper. And I thought it was genius, and being early to that and making your business more attractive. Number 3 is package deals and bundles. I love this, and look, success leaves clues here. There's not a day that goes by, probably every second day. My son loves Domino's Pizza, God knows why, but every second day without fail, I get an email from them and making me an offer. And I'm glad he doesn't get the emails. But it's the power of making an offer and making these deals. They package these deals together that make it really attractive. It makes their business, you want to buy from them, right? I noticed Burger King were advertising on TV the other day about a new meal deal they had. I think it was 4 burgers, chips, a Coke, and something like that for $36 or something. And I'd never seen them make an offer like that before. Look, and the times we're in, right? Recessionary times, high inflation, high interest rates, etc. And people still want to buy, but they want a deal. And this is one of the ways that you can do it. Look, probably right now, Temu are the kings of packaging and putting offers together. But as a business owner, you need to look at this from your lens, okay? What could you package together to make an offer for your business right now? And how can we make ourselves more attractive to our customers? You know, who could you partner with as well? You don't actually have to come up with the product yourself. You could partner with someone and create a real win-win for your customers and have an offer that makes both of you more attractive. Number 4 is how can you make yourself more attractive with eye-catching graphics? And look, today there's no excuses with the likes of AI, etc. Anyone can create eye-catching graphics these days. You know, you just have to get good at the prompting of what to put in, and you can start creating some pretty standout content. I actually put a link in the podcast to a blog post that we've created recently around using AI and creating imagery, and you'll see some examples of that that we've created and my team has created, and it's pretty impressive how you can use prompts to create certain types of eye-catching graphics. Right, number 5 is interactive web features like live chat, interactive product demos, and I know we've done this recently for one of our clients. They're a clothing store, and we've created a clothing personality. It's actually a paid online quiz where people can discuss and go through some questions to find out their clothing personality. And the cool thing is, the people who go through this process, they pay, but at the end they also get a special offer after finishing the quiz, and it's a real win-win-win. And it's interactive, and it makes it a lot more fun for people who are wanting this information, right? So that's how you can make yourself more attractive to the people that can and want to do business with you. Number 6, I love this, is use augmented reality, AR and virtual reality, VR. Look, probably Mocha Furniture I've seen do this the best. And I know personally for me, I bought a piece of furniture based off using their app and seeing the TV stand and the TV cabinet inside my house. It allowed us to buy with confidence because we could actually physically see, using the AR technology and the VR, what it was going to look like. It was a perfect piece of software. Look, I think a lot of businesses could use this. Obviously, it's costly, but the cost of this is going to come down. But if you sell car mags, you could be showcasing mag tires on people's cars just by them holding up their phone to their tires. Spark pools could do this. Where would the spark pool go? Swimming pools, pavers. You could be positioning your pavers, TV and audio equipment. The list goes on when it comes to businesses that could be leveraging augmented reality and VR technology to do this. Right, number 7 is seasonal promotions. You can make yourself look a lot more attractive by having seasonal offerings. Plumbers could do this. You could have a winter special, where you could be checking like the heating systems, all that sort of stuff, where all the draft areas, all that sort of stuff, you could be offering those seasonal opportunities. Accountants, it's the end of year, has already gone, but you could be offering a post end of year checkup. What could you be doing to give people peace of mind, business owners peace of mind that they're doing the right things and they've got the right accountants on? There's so many things that you could be offering people that make your business more attractive to them. Right, law number 3, love this one, make it easy. And James talks about how to reduce friction that are associated with good habits, right? So how do you make it easier, simpler, and more convenient. And I think as a business owner, this is something that you should really look at. How do you simplify and make yourself easy to do business with? And so for me, number one is simplify the checkout process. You know, if you're minimizing friction around, if you're an online store, or even just having an online form that people can fill out on your business, you know, what are the steps that you're looking at to reduce that friction area? I know high performance review we did, or when we do them, this is an area we really look to improve. And there's one thing you can do is, you know, from a business owner's perspective, you can shop yourself. Whether it's just filling in your form or going to another computer or buying someone else's mobile phone and shop yourself, fill in your form. Maybe if you sell things online, get your credit card out and buy from your own business. Really have that experience when it comes to your whole process, right? And look, I've had a few arguments recently with people that are using old technology versus new technology. And look, honestly, don't waste your time with old technology. You know, especially if you're using e-commerce, you know, Shopify proven. It's a proven and tested. Just use it. Don't waste time on old technology. You just end up wasting your money. Number two is making yourself easy is mobile optimization. Once again, this is something we really look at in our high performance reviews. The reason for that is we know it's being missed, okay? And you need to ensure your website is really mobile friendly, and it needs to consider how users are using it, your platforms and going to your website. And it's via their mobile phones. You know, responsive design makes it so much easier to do business with people. And look, this sounds real obvious, but look, we speak to and review businesses every week, and 80% of them have got it all wrong. And it's not their fault, but they have got it wrong. You know, like in our strategy sessions recently, there was a car business, and they do business car and business signage, and they were asking for too much information from a mobile viewer, right? They were asking for like things like logos and fonts and brand guidelines, etc. Now, that's not a conversation you should be having on a mobile phone. You should be asking for that information down the line once you've got their details from the mobile phone, right? So you got to think about where people are at, or how they're thinking, and actually how you can get that information to them so that it's easy for them. Always be thinking, how do I make this less friction for my potential customer? Number three is accessible customer service, and I think this is really, really important. You got to make yourself easy to do business with. You know, provide multiple channels like chat, email, phone support. Ensure that you're really easy to do business with. You only have to notice some of these big companies now are making themselves really hard to do business with, and it's annoying a lot of people. I would say a hot tip here is to go and check the phone numbers on your website. Go and check them on your Google business profile. Go and check them on all the directory listings that you have. If you don't have someone checking that for you, then you should. But you could just go and do a check, because here's the thing. In a high performance review recently, we found that the web company had put a zero, or sorry, not a zero, the letter O instead of a zero. So when you click to call the number, this number does no longer exist, and it basically showcased that this business is out of business, right? And it's little simple things like that. If you just go and check. Now look, granted you probably shouldn't have to check it, but just go and check it. Software updates these days, things go wrong. And look, if you actually just want some help, text me 021 891 934. My team will do a high performance review with you. We'll have a chat about it first, see if it's right for your business, but we can actually help you. A high performance review, we'll go and look at it from fresh eyes, okay? Rather than you standing inside the picture frame, we'll go and look at it and see how all these little things are being missed, but they add up to big things, especially when it comes to making yourself easy to do business with. Number four is add a subscription service. I really love this one. This is a great opportunity for service-based businesses. You know, beauty therapy, window cleaning, car cleaning. Look, I've even heard of a pizza place in Perth offering subscription services. You know, you pay X amount of dollars and you get Y amount of pizza. I hope my son would be very keen on that sort of service. But, you know, thinking outside the square, could you make yourself easy to do business with by offering some sort of subscription? Number five is seamless returns and refunds. Look, once again, success leaves clues. Go and shop at Mitre 10. I know I shop at Mitre 10 with confidence. I know that I can return goods if they don't work or if they're not right. And look, 9 times out of 10, they are. But I've got that peace of mind that it's going to be okay. And I remember talking to one of the staff at Mitre 10 about that, and he said, look, it's just easier. We know if people, we'd rather them buy it and then they find out it's not okay, that they can just return it, rather than having that friction. And when he said that to me, I thought, wow, it's so smart, right? Rather than people not buying, or that whole friction, oh, should I get it, shouldn't I get it? Just take it home. Just take it home. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, bring it back. And I thought that was great. So you can learn from that. Now, what could you do in your business to have seamless returns and refunds, And just the fact that you're putting it out there builds confidence and makes you easy to do business with. Number 6 is pre-filled forms. I love this one, pre-filled forms. We've got returning customers. You can streamline the whole process and the booking process by reducing time and effort. Using software like FormStack or Paperform, which I'll put links in the podcast here. Remember, you want to make your business easy to do business, and this is one way you can do it. People pre-populating the forms that they've already filled in. Number 7 is creating step-by-step guides. I love this. This is some of the things that we do. Providing step-by-step guides on how to use your product, how to use your service, include video tutorials, infographics, downloadable audio. There's so many things that you can provide. I think Klaviyo is one of the best from an email marketing perspective. They've got a lot of guides and videos on how to manage and really get good at email marketing, and actually how to users can navigate and use their services and find out more about their services, things that you didn't even know existed. So, really, I love it when a business has gone to take that much care to help me do business with them. They make it a lot really, really easy. So that was making your business really easy. Law number 4 is make it satisfying. And I like this. In the book, James talks about the importance of your habits and rewarding and making them pleasurable, right? Especially after you've completed them. And this law is about reinforcing positive activity. So let's look about how you can make your business from a marketing perspective, more satisfying. Number 1, real easy to do, instant emails or text confirmations, right? Send an immediate email or text to say thank you, or give the order details. This really ensures customers that everything's being looked after. And automation is your friend here. Use technology that just does this process for you, so you don't actually have to think. Because if you have to think, you won't do it. Look, just today I took one of my iMacs to the computer doctor for repair. And even before I'd left the car park, I received a text explaining the process and where I was in the process. And I just thought it was brilliant, using technology to keep me up to date. Number 2 is follow up after purchase. Follow up to ask your customers for feedback. Provide some tips on using your product. I know the guys at Mag and Turbo Tires do this really, really well. Giving people proactive tips around how to make their purchase, how to be more satisfied with their purchase, and it's so cool to see that happening. Number 3 is highlight your customer testimonials. Showcase positive reviews. Seeing others satisfied with their purchase can be very gratifying for other people, right? And it encourages other people to buy. As I've said before on this podcast, and I've said 100 times, get known by the success of your clients. People are 1,000% more likely to buy from you because of what your other customers have said or your other clients have said versus what you're saying, okay? So you want to highlight that. And if you get a new review, tell your database about it. We're very good at this, bro. We get a good review come in, like we did this week from St. Rowe about our SEO. Then within days, Bronte's got it out to the database and emailing our database, letting customers know, hey, we've got this great review coming in. You want to showcase this, highlight them, and it makes it a lot more satisfying for the customer. Number 4 is personal thank you notes. I love this one. I want to do more of this. Rubber Monkey, where I buy all my audio equipment from, they do it really, really well. They do it really simply. They have handwritten notes in there sometimes. They add lollies to their order. And the simple fact that I'm telling you this tells me that it works, right? Just by adding lollies, personalising them, you can do really well just by doing that. And it's a lot more satisfying, you get some lollies with your order, and you're buying expensive video equipment, but you're looking forward to the lollies. Look, number 5 is customer loyalty discounts. And look, I'm not a massive one for discounts, but here's what I do, what I am a big fan, because providing exclusive discounts or early access discounts to new products, I really like that. For me personally, I'm a big fan of early discount benefits. And here's the reason. Because I like to be rewarded for taking action, right? A lot of the times I've already made my mind up that I'm going to do the business. I'm going to execute, I'm going to buy. So if I can get a discount for taking action early, I will do that, and if I can get more benefits, etc., I will do that because I've already made my mind up. So, what could you do? What could you be doing if you could have a product that give people early access to it and they want to buy? Reward them for making that purchase. Number 6 is customized marketing campaigns. I love this. Tailoring marketing campaigns to individual segments of your database and making them feel relevant. A good example of this that a lot of people probably have used is Netflix. They have email marketing campaigns that go out that reflect basically what you've been watching, and they'll give recommendations based on that. I was also talking to one of my team members, young team members, one of the new guys, Jonty, the other day, and we're talking about marketing campaigns and personalization, and he really liked the Cola campaign when they put your name on the can. And that was a good example of personalization. And it's interesting how many years later he remembers that, because he would have had a Coke with his name on it. Little simple thing, but it's, once again, tailoring things to make your business more satisfying. I think number 7 for me is probably one of the most untapped opportunities that are coming into 2024 and beyond. And that is gamification. Especially if you target younger customers, they are used to gamification. Gamification such as elements like badges, achievements, leaderboards, rewarding a customer for engagement can be, making them feel like they're interacting with your business like they would interact with the game. I know for a good example for my son, he uses an app called Duolingo, which is basically teaching him Japanese and how to speak Japanese and how to translate in Japanese, etc. And look at users' streaks. If you've done so many, you get a streak. Gives you rewards. It encourages you to continuously learn and making the process more engaging and more satisfying. And I think gamification for businesses is an area where if you think about gamification and how could you use it in your business, how could you actually create a platform that engages your users and makes it more satisfying for them to buy from you. I think this is an untapped opportunity for businesses. And if you'd want to discuss this in more detail, give me a call. Text me 021 891 934. That's 021 891 934. I do believe this is an area where a lot of businesses could really grow market share by doing it. Right, how good? You've got 28 ideas that you can use based off this awesome business book, Atomic Habits. So 28 ideas. So here's the deal. I want to know which one of these ideas you're going to implement. Okay, so all you need to do is send me a text, 021 891 934. Let's discuss it. Now, I love having a conversation via text, but also, hey, if we pick up the phone and we can discuss, which idea you're going to use. Because here's the thing. This book leaves clues, 28 million copies. Those 4 laws leave clues. This is how people interact in the world. And I've given you 28 ideas that you can use in your business to grow your business. So I want to hear from you. I love getting text messages from our listeners. And it makes me, realize that people do need help out there, but people are interactive and engaging with me as well, which is really, really cool. All right, guys and girls, appreciate you listening to the Marketing for Business podcast. If you haven't booked for our next marketing seminar called Flip the Switch, how to finally basically turn your money, your marketing into money. It's on the 9th of May in Christchurch here. We will be going nationwide with this event soon. But hey, book a ticket. And by the way, I really want to appreciate you for listening. And here's all I need you to do today, actually. If you can, share this podcast. Share this podcast. If you've read the book, share the podcast because I want to help more people grow their businesses, and I want to help more people listen to the podcast and get some ideas that can help them. All right, guys and girls, thanks for your time. Appreciate it. As always, have fun and take action.